Do you want to improve your productivity? What about your marketing? Do you want to get more sales? What if I told you you could do all of these things using a free tool that's part of Microsoft 365? Well, in today's video, I'm going to show you. But before we start all that, just a quick intro. My name is Jonathan Edwards, also known as the Bearded 365 Guy. I help businesses all over the world with their Microsoft 365. You can find more information at bearded365guy.com. Now, we all seem to want more hours in a day to achieve all the things that we need to do. We're all constantly striving for better processes and more efficiency. Now, as far as I know, you can't buy any more hours in your day. So what we've got to do is use the tools and technology that we have available to us to improve how we work. Plus, if you're running a business, you might also want to use these tools and technology to improve your marketing and perhaps make more sales. Well, step forward Microsoft 365. In fact, step forward a tool called Microsoft Bookings, and in particular, personal booking pages. Now, Microsoft Bookings is known as an online scheduling tool, but to describe it as that, we're just describing the steak, not the sizzle. The thing is, if we create and optimize our personal booking pages, it can be a bit of a game changer. We can save time. We can give a more professional front to our customers. Plus, if we do it in the right way, we can improve our marketing and perhaps make some more sales. Don't believe me? Carry on watching. Firstly, Microsoft Bookings consists of two types of bookings pages. You've got your personal booking pages and you've got your shared booking pages. Now, I hope the names of these are fairly self-explanatory. In today's video, we're going to concentrate on personal booking pages. Now, as a fictitious character, I want you to meet Fred Finance. Now, Fred happens to be the best accountant in the world, but he struggles with his time, he struggles with his efficiency, and he's lousy at marketing. So let's hop over to Fred's computer and let's create and optimize a personal booking page for Fred Finance. So firstly, how do you access Microsoft Bookings? Well, you open a web browser and you can just browse to office.com. And when you do, it's going to ask you to sign in with your Microsoft 365 username and password. And when you sign in, you're going to get a screen similar to this. So this is the web portal of Microsoft 365. If we just go up to this little app launcher at the top here, we can pop out some of the apps. Now, some of the apps will be listed here, and we can see that Microsoft Bookings is listed. Now, if it's not, you might want to hop down here to more apps, and that will open another page with all your apps. But for now, let me just go into Microsoft Bookings. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the Microsoft Bookings homepage, okay? So you can clearly see here, I've got personal booking page and I've got shared booking pages. Now, we'll be moving on to shared booking pages in a couple of weeks' time. So firstly, let's have a look at personal booking pages. Now, Microsoft have given us a little bit of a helping hand because they've created a couple of default meetings for us. They've created a 15-minute meeting and a 30-minute meeting. Plus, we can create our own. Let me just hop in to the 15-minute meeting, and this will show you everything you need to know. Now, this meeting is called 15-minute meeting. Now, you don't have to call it that. You can call this anything you want. So I could change this to something like this. 15-minute finance consultation. We can also give it a category if you want. So you can have categories of meetings within your calendar. So you can categorize this meeting. I'm going to leave that for now. Plus, you can give this a description, and this description will appear on your bookings page. So I'll do that now. Something like that. The next step is the location. Now, by default, you can see that Teams meeting is switched on. So when someone hops onto your bookings page and books this meeting, they will automatically get a meeting request email sent to them. And in that meeting request email will be a Teams link ready for the meeting. So in terms of automation, this is really good. Now, it might be that this isn't a Teams meeting and there's a location. So what you can do here is just flick that off and you can put a location on there. Okay, you can put an office address or something like that. But for now, I will simply leave this as a Teams meeting. Next up, it's the visibility of this particular meeting. So public is the default. This means that this meeting will be on your bookings page, okay? If you select private, that means that this meeting won't be on your bookings page and you would need to email the specific link of this meeting to the person who you want to book it. I'm going to leave this as booking. We've got a little option here for adding your personal booking page to your email signature, which I'm going to go over in a moment. That's a really nice thing to do and it saves loads of time. Now let's talk about scheduling. So we've got two options here if we click on the drop down. We can use my regular meeting hours. So if I just choose that, you can see that all those dates disappear. So what are my regular meeting hours? Well, this links to Microsoft Outlook and the calendar. So if I pop over there, my Outlook will open and the settings will appear. Also, you can simply go into your Outlook, you can click on this wrench here, you can go to settings and you can go to calendar and work hours and location. Now, if you've not done this anyway, you should do, because by default, our Outlook calendar thinks that we work Monday to Friday, 8 till 5 in the office. And I know so many people don't. So what you can do is you can come in here and you can set the days and the times and wherever you are, and you can set your calendar, okay? So when it comes to bookings, this is going to use our calendar hours, okay? Whatever we've set these to. So if we don't do anything here, anyone will be able to book this 15-minute consultation Monday to Friday, 8 till 5. And that might not be convenient. And if it isn't, we can then simply go to this one here. Use customized. So you would use this, for example, if you're thinking, I only want meetings every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday morning. Otherwise, people might book meetings at inconvenient times when you've got other plans, okay? To do that, then you'd use the customized availability hours. And for our example there, I'd get rid of Thursday, I'd get rid of Friday, I'd add Wednesday in there, and I'd just change these times, okay? So I'd change these times to maybe 1 o'clock. And what that now means is that people can book a 15-minute finance consultation Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday mornings until 1 o'clock. Okay, so it's a better way to control your time. Okay, we've also got some advanced options that can make your life that little bit easier. So let's open that now and we'll scroll down. So firstly, we've got something called buffer time. So what is buffer time? Well, consider this scenario. Someone books in a 15-minute finance consultation from 10 o'clock to 10:15. Someone else books one from 10:15 to 10:30. Then someone else from 10:30 to 10:45. That is back-to-back with meetings. You can't make a cup of tea, you can't get up to the toilet, you can't even write up your notes from the previous meeting. So why don't we introduce a bit of buffer time, okay? You might say, well, I want 10 minutes before each one and 10 minutes after one. And this gives you a bit of a visual display. So you can see here, no one will be able to book a 15-minute consultation 10 minutes before and 10 minutes after, because that is your buffer time. It's incredibly handy. Also, we can limit the start time to 5, 10, 15-minute hour intervals if we want to do that. Again, a nice feature to have. And what about lead time? Okay, this is also important. So at the moment, I'm filming this video at 12 o'clock midday. The minimum lead time is an hour. So someone can go onto my bookings page and they can book a 15-minute consultation an hour from now, because that is the minimum lead time. That might be okay. But pretend that you might need to do a lot of preparation for these meetings. And if someone's booking a meeting now for an hour's time, it might not give you the preparation time that you need. And you might say, well, all these meetings, so if someone goes on my bookings page, they can only book a meeting the day from today, so 24 hours from today. So that's the minimum lead time. And then we've got a maximum as well. So we've got 90 days, we can customize it, or you might just take meetings for the next 7 days, okay, or 14 days. So the lead time, again, is a really good feature. If you're enjoying this video so far, you might be interested in my course, Discover Microsoft 365. In my course, I show you how to use all of the Microsoft productivity apps to improve your business, plus some amazing productivity hacks. The link to the course is in the video description below this video. Now, back to the content. Next, we're going to move on to something that I think is incredibly powerful within Microsoft Bookings, and that is email reminders and email follow-ups. So at the most basic level, you can use an email reminder to remind people about your upcoming meeting. This will ensure that less people fail to show up or cancel because you are reminding them that the meeting exists. So again, Microsoft have created one here for you, and I can click on the pencil, and this will send them an email an hour before. And it's just simply just a reminder that our meeting starts in 1 hour. If you can't make it, let us know. Okay? You can change durations, so you can keep reminding them up to a couple of days before. But what I think is really good for this is you can put every other information in here. So for our 15-minute finance consultation, the person who books the meeting might need to come equipped with their bank statements, their tax returns, and all those things. So we can put that in here. Maybe we can discard this, but I can add a new reminder. And this one goes out the day before. And then I can put my message in here. Okay, I've put some text in here, so this will go out a day before. Just a reminder that the 15-minute meeting is tomorrow. For our time to be successful, please bring your bank statements and your tax returns. And if your situation has changed, please let me know and we can reschedule. Now, this is the automation that I was talking about with Microsoft Bookings. This is technology working for us. So we're not having to remind people to bring stuff because Microsoft Bookings is doing that for us. Plus, we're reminding people if they can't make it anymore or they need to reschedule, then they can do. Okay, so this is like the work of some kind of PA or something like this, but it's all done automatically. So I will save changes. And again, so they've got an email going out the day before and one an hour before as well. You can have as many email reminders as possible. Plus, we've got the email follow-up. Now, for me, this is just an outstanding opportunity to market your services. So we're using Microsoft Bookings, technology, and automation to market, okay? Microsoft have provided a template follow-up email, which is sent 15 minutes after the meeting. It basically says, thanks for a great meeting. We'd love to work with you. Now, for me, that's not very good. So delete that. How good would it be if an hour or even half an hour after the meeting finished, they got an email from you which said something like this? Now, I've amended this from my own bookings page, but I've adapted it for Fred Finance. So thanks for the meeting. I hope you enjoyed it. Then what I do is I list 4 ways that potential client can engage with me further. And each of the 4 ways are kind of building blocks. So this one here, just subscribe to my weekly emails. It's not a massive commitment. The next one is subscribe to my YouTube channel. Join the Facebook community. And the 4th one is take my course. You know, that's a paid option. So an hour after the meeting finished, they get this email saying, thank you for our 15-minute consultation. Here are more ways that you can work with me. And for me and my bookings page, this works really well. What will often happen is half an hour later, I'll get an email to say that they've subscribed to my weekly emailer, or I might even get an email to say that they've bought my course, and all that is really good. So what you would do is you would get something like this. You would go back to your bookings page, add the follow-up email, maybe let's say 30 minutes later, and then you would just dump that into there, and then they would get that email 30 minutes after the meeting. What a great way to market your services. Okay, I'm back on my bookings homepage, and there's a couple of other things that I want to show you so you can get the most out of your personal bookings page. Here you see I can copy, which copies a link to my personal booking page. Okay, if I open a web browser there, and if I type that in here, you can see that this is Fred Finance's personal booking page. So we've got the finance consultation, and we've still got that 30-minute meeting that we had earlier. And we've got all the meeting availability according to how we set our meeting types. All our meeting availability is there. We've also got a bit of a banner at the top, which we can change. So I'll go ahead and do that. We can go to here, and we can edit the banner image. So we can have a different image at the top of our page. Okay, once we're happy, we can click on confirm. If we want to create a brand new meeting type, we can do that here. Then there's a sharing tab here. So again, copy link is the same as this here. Also, we've got something called email signature settings. Well, I promised you at the start of this video that Microsoft Bookings would save you some time. There's nothing more frustrating as when you're going backwards and forwards with someone trying to agree a time for a meeting. It just wastes time. So how can this solve it for you? Well, what we can do is we can use the email signature feature in Outlook. So if I open that, what it does, it creates me a new signature. So what I would do first is I would probably rename this something like that, okay? And it's got a link here, look, to the bookings, which I'm going to show you in real life now, but we'll make this a bit more of a signature. Okay, so we've made this a signature, and there's a link here, okay? So you might make the signature a bit nicer than that. Click on save, and now hop over to Microsoft Outlook. Okay, this is Fred's Microsoft Outlook. So if I go to the settings at the top, and we go to accounts, signatures, you can see there's a signature that we created previously, okay? Now, when Fred sends an email, that signature is automatically in there. And this is a link to Fred's booking page. So all Fred needs to say is, use the link in my email signature and book a meeting with me. It saves time, and it's professional. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've learned some strategies that you can implement right away. I look forward to you again next week.